The following is a presentation of RJL 518 Sports Network. Good evening, everybody. This is Robert from RJL 518. Presenting a little inside pitch baseball action as the 1972 season showed up in my house. And thanks to Steeler fan 1933, he actually chose this game for me for tonight. And, of course, we have I said there would be no baseball tonight. What I should have meant is there would be no payoff pitch baseball tonight, as the World Series will begin tomorrow with payoff pitch. But tonight we're going to do a little inside pitch. The date is May 14, 1972. The San Francisco Giants are taking on the New York Mets here at Shea Stadium. And in this day, Willie Mays returns to New York, but this time as a member of the Mets. When he left New York, he was wearing black and orange with an NY on his cap, and now he has another, and again he has an NY on his cap, but this time it's blue and orange. As funny as it is. So Willie Mays returns. This is the game that he thought would be a good one to play, and I agreed with him. So we're going to have a little Giants and Mets action here at Shea Stadium for 1972, and should be exciting. Just want to play a little inside pitch action, get more acclimated to this awesome baseball game. As I said, I am really beginning to fall in love with inside pitch. I'm actually playing a lot of the PC game to get more acclimated, but I said to you guys I will not stream a PC inside pitch. It will only be cards and dice. And cards and dice I actually found, even with the PC game, I find cards and dice actually be easier to control. Because sometimes the PC game gets a little wonky once in a while. Anyway, for those of you who join me tonight, let's have a little fun. Let's play a little baseball action here. Pitching for the 1972 New York Mets will be Ray Sadecki. It only had a couple of starts in 1972, but he got the call in this game. Top of the first action, I'll introduce the players as they come to the plate. Leading off for the 1972 San Francisco Giants will be shortstop Chris Speyer. He gets the call. And let's play some ball. And it's a 2-6. That is a range play automatically. First range play at the ball. A range play. 3-5. That is going to against a lefty. That is a double. That is a double to left. A possible double to left. So it goes to Jones. And Jones's range is a 2. So a 1-2, he turns that double into a fly out. And he does. Big fly out. As Cleon Jones gets there and turns it into an out. 1 down. One thing I love about inside pitch, hits can become outs and outs can become hits. Next batter, second baseman Tito Fuentes. Ray Sadecki, 2-5. That's a possible strikeout. A 3 against the lefty is a 6 plus 4 Shea Stadium. So that actually turns it a 10, and Fuentes is out. First strikeout for Sadecki, 2 down. And that will bring up the next batter, right fielder Bobby Bonds, Hall of Famer. Sadecki, 6'4", and that is at the ballpark. So we go to Shea. And that is a 5-1. That is going to be a ground out to third. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Giants. Starting pitcher for the San Francisco Giants in this game was Sam Mcdowell. He was 10-8, 4.33 ERA. Steeler fan 1933 joins me here at Shea Stadium for a little inside pitch action. I said I wasn't going to do anything, but you know me, I just love playing the games. See if you could pick up a game for 1973 for me. I already had that season showed up too. So if you can, pick up a game for 1973. Sam Mcdowell leads off is the pitcher for the Giants and leading off for the New York Mets. And he was playing first base in this game, and that is Willie Mays. And that's what this game was really all about. McDowell's pitch, 4-4. That is a possible strikeout, a 3 against the lefty, a 12 plus 4 for strikeouts. For Shea is a 6. And that's a definite strikeout as Mays goes down quickly on that first strikeout from McDowell. 1 down. Next batter is shortstop Bud Harrelson. Sam McDowell, a 4-5. And that is a walk plus 10. And against the lefties, a 15, and that's a 25. That's easy. And Shea Stadium, that's an easy walk. So Harrelson will get a base on balls and go to first. See if strategy dies don't. The starting attempt at a 2. See if anything going on. A 19, and the batter is Tommy Agee. Let's see if anything happens with the 19. And a bunt rating for Agee is a 1, so there is going to be nothing going. Bunt rating a 1, so nope, nothing going on. So Agee will swing normally. Harrelson on it first. Let's see, 3-1 for Mcdowell. That is a strikeout. Top possibility. Agee's yep, that's a definite 3, and Agee goes down on strikes. Second strikeout for Sam McDowell. Shea Stadium adds 4 to the strikeout and 1 to the walk. So a lot of strikeouts here at Shea Stadium in 1972. 2 down. The batter will be right fielder Rusty Staub. And let's see if Bud Harrelson's doing anything. 20, possible pickoff. Let's see if there's a pickoff play. A 3, nope. 1-2 is a pickoff of McDowell, so Rusty Staub will get a chance to swing away. 2-1 on Sam McDowell's card. Single 1 if he's tired, which he's not. That's always a blank. 3-6, Rusty Staub, star line 1, and that is a ground ball to third, and that will end the inning. Nothing for the Mets. They did get a walk, and they strand a base runner. Top of the second, leading off for the San Francisco Giants will be first baseman Dave King Kong Kingman. He'll be a future Met later. He had 29 home runs in 1972, but he batted 225. Kind of tells you either a home run or he was out. Sadecki's pitch, 5-6, and that is a possible strikeout and 8. That's a no-brainer. And King Kong is Konged as he goes down 1 out. Next batter is center fielder Ken Henderson. 1-6 for Sadecki. That is against the switch hitter. It would be a right, so because he's a switch hitter here, so it would be a blank. So nothing there. So Henderson gets a swing. 1-3 single past the diving shortstop, and that's a base hit. He goes to first, and the next batter will be Jim Ray Hart, third baseman. Let's see if anything's going on. Strategy roll. It is a 15, and nope, nothing happening. Let's see, 1-3 on Sadecki's card. Strikeout possibility an 8, plus 4 is a 12, 8 on the die. Yep, Sadecki gets Hart going out. And that is the third strikeout for Sadecki. 2 down. And the next batter is left fielder Gary Maddox. Let's see if Henderson's going to do anything with 2 outs. A 12? Nope. Astros Reefer played on my birthday, 13 years old. How about that? Astros Reefer. There you go, Steeler fan. You got a fan there. Astros Reefer. Steeler fan 1933 is a huge Astros fan. And welcome to Shea Stadium for a little 1972 payoff pitch action, inside pitch action. Sadecki 4-2. That is a possible error. Gary Maddox 6-4, and that is a ground ball to second base. Martinez is an error rating of 2, but a 4. He will not commit an error, and that's going to be ground. That's just going to be a ground out, and the inning is over. Nothing for San Francisco. 1 base, 1 hit. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. There is no score. Hey, Steeler fan, I didn't see you do a vote yet. So I'm waiting to see if you're going to make a vote. A lot of people have been voting on the next payoff pitch season. Haven't seen a vote yet from you. You might have told me in chat, but I really would like to see you put a vote there if possible. Getting a lot of votes so far on the comments, on the video comments, and on the comments from Tabletop Sports Plus, and of course the Payoff Pitch Gamers Network. John West says hello. Welcome to Shea Stadium. Yeah, yep, 1964. Like I said, put your votes in the comments. Put the votes in the comments of that video, and I'll keep track. Okay. So far, I can tell you right now, after only one day, 1977 and 1985 are neck and neck. There are a good amount of 1964 asked for that, but right now it's in third place. I can guarantee that. Hardly nobody wants 2015. I feel sorry for modern day baseball, and I love modern baseball. Sam Mcdowell will pitch here, bottom of the second inning, leading off for the Mets. In this game will be left fielder Cleon Jones. So we got here 3-3, and that is a blank. 2-1 on Jones's card is a hit to right field, and that is a hit to right field on a single 1-6. It is a 4, and Cleon Jones gets himself against the lefty. However, that is against the left-handed pitcher, a single 1-4. It is a 4, and Jones has a base hit. First hit of the game for the Mets. Jones on at first. The batter will be third baseman Jim Frigosi. Runner infield is automatically halfway, and anytime a man's on at first and second, it's not the same. Cleon Jones on at first. Let's see if he's going to do anything. He's got a temp rating of 1 and 10, nothing going. So Sam Mcdowell will take the pitch. 4-4, and that is a possible strikeout, a 9, and that's going to do it because Shea Stadium adds 4 to the strikeout rating, so Frigosi is out of there. And that is strikeout number 3 for Mcdowell. 1 out. The batter will be second baseman Ted Martinez. See if Jones does anything here. 9, nothing. I'm one of those purists. I don't like the DH. McDowell's pitch is a 1-1. That's a possible walk. A 5 against the lefty is a 3. Plus 1 is a 4, but a 5 on the dice, so no walk. Martinez will swing 4-3, and that is a ground ball right back to McDowell. Double play rating is a 2, nothing there. It's a ground ball back to the pitcher, and this is a right-handed batter, so it's the second baseman as the pivot guy, which is Fuentes, was a 0. So it is a straight 2. So 1-2, we have a double play. We don't. Cleon Jones's base running rating is a 2, and the 4 is higher. So it's going to be a fielder's choice. 2 outs. They don't turn 2. Next batter will be the catcher, Jerry Grody. We'll see if Ted Martinez does anything. A 15, nothing doing. Well, actually, a 15, let's see, is a bunt from Grody. With 2 outs, you're not going to bunt. Captain Carl 8 joins me here at Shea Stadium. Welcome, sir. You have this season both SOM. Yes. Yes, indeed, Captain Carl. Welcome to Shea Stadium. A little bit of inside pitch action as I start my Payoff Pitch World Series tomorrow. See what we got here. 1-1, a possible walk, a 12. Against the lefty is a 10, but only a 1 added is 11, so Grody will not walk. He will swing. 3-4, and against the lefty, that is a ground out to short. So no runs for the Mets. There was a hit. And at the end of 2, we've got no score here at Shea Stadium for 1972. As I'm pretty much doing a history of baseball inside pitch style. For every new season I get with inside pitch, I go ahead and we play a game from there. We go to the top of the third. Game here between the Giants and the Mets. Leading off for 72 Frisco will be the catcher, Fran Healy. Seems like Grody played forever, didn't he? 1-1's a blank. Fran Healy, 1-4, fly out to center. 1 man down. And that will bring up the pitcher, Sam Mcdowell. 3-2 range play at the ballpark. 4-1, and that is a ground ball at the catcher. And Grody's range is a 4. So 1-4, he's going to make the play. It's a 6. He does not. So that is a failed range play. Ground ball at the catcher. So, and that is going to be a single as Sam Mcdowell will reach first on the play. Probably I want to say something like that would be chopped in front of the plate. And ball went high into the air. By the time it came down, Sam Mcdowell was already on first. So that is a base hit for Mcdowell. Kingman started the season at third base for the Giants when McCovey got injured in a collision at first. That's right. Still one of the seasons not redone in Super Advanced. That's true. That's true. Another reason why I'm not much of a fan of SOM. Who leads off? Top of the lineup for San Francisco. Here's Chris Speyer, McDowell. No pickoff play. There's nothing, no attempt really. So, although Speyer could bunt, but I really doubt he would. But I'll roll the strategy die anyway. See if anything happens. 9. Nope. So McDowell on at first. Infield halfway. 5-6 on Sadecki's card. Strikeout possibility 14. Against the lefty, 8 + 4 is 12. No strikeout. Speyer gets a chance to hit. And that is a 6-6, and that is a ground ball right back to Sadecki. Double play rating is a 3 + 1 for the infield halfway is 4. It's a 0. And it's back. So, and this is a right-handed batter. So the pivot man is the second baseman, which is Martinez. He has no pivot rating. So a 1-4, we got double play. We do. 1. We got a nice 1-4-3, and you're out. No runs, but there was a hit. Bottom of the third coming up. Leading off for the Mets will be the pitcher, Ray Sadecki. He does not have his own batting card in 1972 for inside pitch. He didn't have as many at bats, so we didn't feel me to card him. So you use the generic Mets batting card for the pitchers. Another reason why I like payoff. Another reason why I like inside pitch. Pitcher batting cards, generic for the pitchers, and he does pretty much cards a lot of them. McDowell, let's see what we got here. 1-6, strikeout, 13 + 4, 17. Yep, he is out of there. That is strikeout number 4 for Sam McDowell. The Mets originally won this game 5-4 on May 14, 1972. Here's Willie Mays coming back, wearing orange and blue instead of orange and black. And amazing, he's playing the team that he played for. Willie Mays has returned to New York. Greatest overall player and best overall player in baseball history. I mean by overall. Best overall player in baseball history. Sam McDowell, 5-2, possible strikeout against the lefty, a 12-1. That's a no doubt. And Mays, unfortunately, strikes out for the second time today. And that's the 5th strikeout for McDowell. He had 122 strikeouts in 72. 2 men down. Here's Bud Harrelson. Ted Williams thought that way about Mays. Yeah, he would. Ted Williams, best pure hitter in baseball history. Best pure hitter in baseball history. I'll say that. Best pure hitter. 400 average. If only the 1994 season was completed, Tony Gwynn might have caught him. I don't know. Let's see. Bud Harrelson. Sam McDowell's pitch, 2-4. That is at the ballpark. 4-5, Shea Stadium, and that is going to be a rare play. Rare play, base is empty. And let's see what we got. 3-3. Grounded to shortstop, who throws in the dirt, making the first baseman scoop the ball. Resolve play using a range play check for the first baseman to see if he scoops the ball, otherwise an E6. So we're checking for a range play on the first baseman, which is Kingman. His range is a 2. And he doesn't make it, so it's an E6. Harrelson safe at first on an error. First error on the Giants. As Chris Speyer whose error rating is a 6 normally on that play, but yep, that's what it is. So that is an E6, and Harrelson will be safe at first with 2 outs. Now the batter will be Tommy Agee. See if Harrelson wants to do anything. A 3. Gonna be normally have a hit and run, but with 2 outs, you're not going to do it. So no steal by Harrelson. Harrelson on at first. Agee the batter. 3-3, Mcdowell. That is a blank. Agee 6-6. And that is going to be a double to center against the lefty. That's going to be a double to center field. So we know Harrelson goes to third. We know Agee goes to second. It is a double to center. First to home, it's a +1. So Harrelson's base running rating is a 4. There are 2 outs. So it's a +1 on a D8, which Harrelson's base running rating is a 4, which brings it to 5. And then with 2 outs, you add that, makes it a 6. So there's no way so Harrelson be thrown out. So Harrelson does score automatically. And Tommy Agee holds at second. That is an RBI double for Tommy Agee. And the Mets get on the board 1-0. Let's go, Mets. Let's go, Mets. Henderson in center field had no arm, so it wouldn't have mattered. So a 6 automatically scores him. The Tidewater Tides, the AAA team for the Mets in the 70s. So, I mean, the Mets when they were in the minors. Oh, yes. Tidewater. 2 outs. Agee on at second. The batter is Rusty Staub. That is a 4-5 for Mcdowell. That is a walk +10 against the lefty. It's a 12. It's a 12 becomes a 22 and 11. That's a definite walk for Staub. So runners at first and second, and the batter will be Cleon Jones. Tommy Agee attempt rating a 3. I don't think he'd do anything. Nope. He'd have to roll a 2 in order to get it. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Pitch from Mcdowell. That's a 4-1. That's going to go to this. That's going to go to this right here against the right-handed batter. Star line is a 1, but an 8 is on the die, so no star line. So Jones gets a chance to swing. That is a 1-3, and that is a star line 3, and that is a ground out to second, and that will end the inning. One run for the Mets on 1 hit and an error and a walk. At the end of 3, the Mets are leading 1-0. Don't forget, tomorrow, Game 1 of the 1994 World Series, Chicago White Sox at Montreal Expos. It will be Wilson Alvarez versus Butch Henry. And I truly believe we got the 2 best teams in the World Series in my restart. Ray Sadecki comes back on the mound for the top of the 4th. Leading off for the Giants will be Tito Fuentes. 6-5, and that is at the ballpark. 1-3, and that is a ground out to second. 1 out. Next batter will be Bobby Bonds, Hall of Famer. Bonds 0 for 1. 1-5, Sadecki's card. Possible error on a throw. 3-6, that is a fly ball to center field. There is no throwing error on that. So 2 outs. And speaking of King Kong Kingman, there you go. Dave Kingman. Struck out his first time. Imagine that. Sadecki's pitch. 5-4. Possible hit by pitch. 5 and 18 is way too high, even with the +2. So Kingman gets a swing. 6-6, ground out to third. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Giants. Bottom of the 4th. Sam McDowell will come out to pitch. And here's Jim Frigosi, soon to be a manager in the future. Frigosi struck out his last time up. 2-2, possible error. 2-2 on Frigosi's cards. A pop out to short, and Speyer is the shortstop. His error rating is a 6-16 on the die, and he will just put that away easily. 1 out. Next batter is Ted Martinez. One thing I remember was that Met Park was located next to Norfolk International Airport. A jet would fly over every 10 minutes, just like, yep. And you still hear the jets, even at Citi Field, which I did when I was there for a little bit. 2-2 on Mcdowell, another possible error check. 3-5 on Martinez's card is a star line 4. It's a ground ball to short. An error rating, the die is a 6. This time Speyer does commit the error, and it will be an error on Speyer, and that's going to be his second error in this game. That is an E6. And it's an error, so that means Ted Martinez will get to first on the error. Second error on the Giants, and Speyer has committed both of them. Next batter will be Jerry Grody. We'll see if Martinez wants to do anything. A 9. Attempt is a 3, so nothing going on, so Grody will hit away. Still 1 out here. Sam McDowell, 4-6, possible walk. Against the lefties, a 10, plus 1 is an 11, and Grody walks. Thanks getting help from Shea Stadium. He does walk. We got runners at first and second, and 1 out. And that brings up the pitcher, Ray Sadecki. And bunt ratings are a 4. Let's see if we get the bunt call. It is a 4. And Ted Martinez's attempt is a 3, but that's down there. So we're going to see a bunt here. So there will be a sacrifice bunt. There will be a bunt. First, we got to roll to see what we got. 2-6, and that is against a Sadecki is a lefty, and a possible single past the pitcher, but you avoid that when you try to bunt. You do not count the singles when you try to bunt. So that just goes as a blank. So you now just roll a bunt attempt. And that is a 1, and the bunt rating on a pitcher's card is a 4. So that is a successful sacrifice bunt, and the runners will advance. So Martinez goes there. The bunt was hit. The bunt was hit at the plate, so that is a sacrifice 2. SH2, but the runners move up. And now a chance for Willie Mays with runners at second and third and 2 outs. Willie Mays' return journey here to the Mets. But he's 0 for 2. He struck out twice. McDowell's pitch. 3-3. That's a blank. Willie Mays, 6-3. And he hits a fly ball to left field. Can't do anything with it, and that will end the inning. So no runs, no hits. There was an error, and at the end of 4, it is still 1-0 Mets. Top of the 5th coming up. Ray Sadecki pitching pretty well. Leading off for the Giants will be Ken Henderson. He is 1 for 1. 2-3 on Sadecki's card. Possible walk of 5 against the lefties of 5, plus 1 is a 6. So now Henderson gets the benefit of the walk at Shea, so he goes to first. Next batter will be Jim Ray Hart. Strategy die. A 5. His attempt is a 4, but we'll see a hit and run. The infield is in for halfway, so we will see a hit and run. 1-1 on Sadecki's card is a blank. 1-5 on his card is a single into center field. Single to center field. So that means Ken Henderson's base running rating becomes a 5 because of a hit and run. Becomes a 5. And a single to center is from first to third is a -1. So Ken Henderson becomes a 5. A single to center -1 is a 4. And the center fielder's age, he has no arms. So 1 to 4, Henderson gets to third base. 5, he holds. 6, someone's probably out. 3, he gets there. And he gets to third. So now the Giants are in business. On a base hit by Jim Ray Hart on a hit and run. Next batter will be Gary Maddox. The infield, they're going to play the infield back. They'll let the game get tied. They can get 2 outs here. Maybe Ray Sadecki can come through with a big strikeout. Let's see, will Jim Ray Hart attempt anything? No. "5-3, Sadecki. That is a possible strikeout. A 14 against the lefties, a 17 plus 4 is a 21, and he gets Maddox to strike out. That's a big K. 4th strikeout by Sadecki. That's a big strikeout. 1 out. And now the batter is Fran Healy. Runners at first and third, still infield half. 3-2, that is a range play at the ballpark. 3-2, that is going to be a single possible hit to the left field. So the ball is hit to Jones. His range is a 2. And now, first things first, does he make the play? Yes, he does make the play, so it is a fly out. So that's 2 outs. So Fran Haley is definitely out. His sacrifice fly rating is a 0. So now we got to see if Henderson will score on it. Henderson's base running rating is a 3. And the ball was hit to left. So Jones's arm rating is a 0. So 1 to 3. So a 1 to 3. Let's see what we got. Make sure we got this right, though. So a 1 to 3, he scores. 4-5, he holds. 6, someone's probably out. It's a 1. Henderson does score on the sacrifice, and we're tied. Tied at 1. That was a single plus, is what that was, a single S plus 7. But because it was a range play, you first see if the fielder makes the play. And since he did, that turned that single plus 7 into a F7. So Jim Ray Hart stays at first base. And the batter now will be the pitcher. Sam McDowell, and they'll have him bat. 2 outs. Actually, let me re-roll that. Actually, make that 2-5. That's it. 2-5. That is a possible strikeout. McDowell is a 23, a 16 on the die. Definitely got him. And that ends the inning. 1 run for the Giants on 1 hit and a walk. Bottom half of the 5th coming up. We're tied at 1. Remember, here on my channel, I got Game 1 of the World Series tomorrow. Got some History Maker golf scheduled this week, too. We're going to have the first tournament of my season coming up. Catch that. The qualifying round will be Friday, holes 1 through 9 Saturday, and holes 11 through 18, 10 through 18 on Sunday. Bottom of 5th, time at 1. Sam McDowell will come out. He will pitch to Bud Harrelson. Harrelson got on base in an error. He's actually got 1,000 on base percentage, and he has no official at bat. 6-1, possible walk in 11 against the lefties of 15. Yep, but Harrelson walks again. The batter will be Tommy Agee. See if Harrelson's doing anything. Has an attempt at 2. At 11, nothing going on. Infield halfway, 6-4. Range play at the ballpark. 5-4. And that is a star line, too. It's a ground ball to short. The ball is at the Speyer. His error rating is a 4. Does he make the play first? Yes, he does. So that's good. Now we see if we get a double play. Double play rating is a 3. The second baseman is going to be automatically pivot man since it's hit the shortstop. Fuentes has no arm, so it's a 3. So a 1 to 3, they turn the double play. It is a 6, which means Harrelson actually gets the second. The only play was at first. Runner gets the scoring position, but there is 1 out. Next batter is Rusty Staub. Would the first game with the DH interest you? Absolutely it would. Is that the first game, the Yankees versus the Red Sox? In a oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Steeler fan. The automatic stolen base attempt, automatic sacrifice, does no pitch of anything like that. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It has a strategy die roll. It has a strategy die roll, which tells you if you're going to steal or a bunt or a hit and run. It automatically does that. I'll show you a little bit about that in a moment. Yes, still, yeah, Matt, I'll definitely do it. Give me a date, and we'll do that. 4-6, 1973, Yankees at Boston. How can I not have a Yankees-Red Sox game? Of course. All right, so that'll be the next. So 4-6, 73, and that is at Fenway. Okay, so New York Yankees at Boston. Sounds good. First DH game. Love it. Yes, it would. That's fine. New York Yankees at Boston. Got to play a Yankees-Red Sox game somewhere. Rusty Staub on it is at bat. Runner at second base. And I'll show you a little bit about that, Captain Carl. Yeah, payoff pitch is the automatic stolen base attempt, the automatic sacrifice. They have that here, too. It's just as extra die rolls, all it is. 1 out, runner at second base. Mcdowell 3-1, strikeout possibility 14 against the lefty, and that is a 2. There's no strikeout, so Staub will get a swing. 2-2, and that is a ground ball to second base, which means Harrelson moves over to third automatically. Staub is out. That is another fielder's choice, and now the batter will be Cleon Jones. Wasn't Ron Bloomberg the first DH? I think he was. Brandon Baker says, baseball. How you doing there, Brandon? Just a little inside pitch here in 1972. Giants and the Mets. Harrelson on the third. Jones the batter. 1-6 on McDowell's card. Possible strikeout against the lefty. A 12-6. Yep, no doubt. And Jones goes down. So the Mets get a base runner all the way to third, but can't do anything with it. No runs, no hits, and error. Walk at the end of 5. We are still tied at 1. Yeah, Brandon, just doing a little, Willie Mays' return to New York, but this time wearing a Mets uniform instead of a Giants uniform. Wasn't Ron Bloomberg the first DH? I believe he may have been. I'll have to check. 1973, the designated hitter is born. I actually hate the DH, but I really do. But in this case now, in today's days of baseball where your pitchers are getting paid millions of dollars to pitch, I actually think the DH should be in universal for simple reason is that I don't want Jacob deGrom twisting his knee trying to outrun a routine grounder to second. Jacob deGrom is getting paid $150 million to pitch, not hit. I hate 1972. We traded Joe Morgan. Oh, yeah. Top of the 6th, Ray Sadecki still on the mound. He's actually pitching pretty well. He's got 4 batters, though, before he gets tired. Chris Speyer leads off for San Francisco here in the top of the 6th. He's made 2 errors in this game. Sadecki's pitch, 3-3, blank. Speyer, 2-3, and that is a fly out to center. One man out, and the batter will be Tito Fuentes. 5-1 on Sadecki's card. Possible error on a grounder. Fuentes 6-5, and that is a ground ball to third. So the ball is hit to Frigosi. His error rating is an 11, but a 12 on the die will not make an error. Great play by Frigosi. Throws to first, out number 2. Just missed it. Just missed it. Next batter will be Bobby Bonds. 4-5 on Sadecki's card. That's a blank. Bonds swings 2-2 ground ball to second base. And a 1-2-3 inning by Sadecki. And nothing doing for the Giants. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Sam Mcdowell. He still has a few batters before they have to worry about replacing him. Leading off for the Mets will be Jim Frigosi. Good pitcher's duel between these two, actually. 4-2 on McDowell's card. Strikeout possibility of 3-10, no doubt about that. Frigosi will go down on strikes for the second time, and that is strikeout number 7 from McDowell. 1 out. Next batter will be Ted Martinez. 2-2 on McDowell's card. Possible error. 6-4 on Martinez's card is a ground ball to second base. Fuentes is error rating a 10 and 11 on the dice. He will not make an error. He throws to first and gets Martinez. 2 down. And the next batter will be Jerry Grody. 3-5 on McDowell's card. Possible strikeout. Grody against the lefties a 4. Even with the +4 here, it's an 8. 12 on the die. Will not strike out. 1-1 on his card to ground out to second. And a 1-2-3 inning go the Mets. 6 in the book, still tied at 1. We go to the top of the 7th. Sadecki due to bat first in the bottom of the 7th, so this will be his last inning. We'll see if he can get through without getting totally tired. This next batter will tire him out after this. The batter is Dave King Kong Kingman. He's 0 for 2. As Alex M. says, let's go Mets. Welcome you here to Shea Stadium for some 1972 inside pitch action. And thanks to Steeler Fan 1933, our next game for Inside Pitch will be April 6, 1973. The New York Yankees at Boston, the first ever DH game. Pitch from Sadecki. 2-1. Possible walk, a 10 on the die, +1 against the lefty is a 14. And Kingman goes to first. He does walk. Happy Mother's Day, 1972, everyone. Yeah, exactly. Next batter is Ken Henderson. Now, who was it? Captain Carl wanted to know about the payoff pitch. Now, here's what you do. When you have a runner on, usually at first base, there's a strategy die roll that you roll. And we still can use it because the score is tied. Dave Kingman has an attempt rate, a stolen base attempt rating of 4. And that's the first thing you're rolling against. You roll a D20. If the strategy die, okay, is this number or lower, he attempts to steal. If it's a 5 or a 6, it's a hit and run attempt. It also depends if there's now you can also have if it's a 20, it's an automatic pickoff try for the pitcher. And if it is and there can be a bunt attempt depending on who's at the plate. In this case, Ken Henderson is a bunt rating of 1. And I'll put out the chart there for you. And you see here a bunt rating of 1. Here is no bunt attempt for him. So that's how that works. And the pitcher, of course, has a hold rating, which is -1. So actually it would be a 3 to attempt for Kingman to try to steal. So I roll the D20. So roll the D20. So a 1 to 3, he tries to steal. 4-5, hit and run attempt. 20, pickoff attempt, since there's no bunt from Ken Henderson. And it is a 12, so nothing going on there. So now we just roll normally. So Ray Sadecki will pitch. And that is a 3-5. That's a blank. So Henderson gets a chance. 3-5 on his card is against the lefty is a single past the second baseman for a base hit. Dave Kingman's base running rating is a 3. In order to get the first to third on a single past second base, he has to have a 3 base running rating, which he does. So he actually makes it to third. No need to check the outfielder because it's a single past second. So the Giants have runners to the corners and nobody out on a base hit by Henderson. And that's Henderson's second hit of the game. And now the batter will be Jim Ray Hart. Runners at the corners, 1 out. The Mets will bring the infield in. Henderson has an attempt rating of 4. We'll see if he's going to try to steal. It's a 2. Yeah, Henderson's going to try a steal. Could be a double steal. Kingman's not going to do it, though, so we'll see if he gets a steal attempt. So Henderson's going to try to steal. So his steal and base rating is a 13. Nothing from Sadecki. Grody's arm is a -2. So it's an 11. It's an 11. So now we roll the die. 1 to 11. Henderson is safe. 12 or higher. He's out. He's out of there. Henderson thrown out at second base. I don't know why he tried to steal, but he does. Kingman stays at third base. And that's 1 out. And Jim Ray Hart will get another chance to hit. But now 1 out instead. And now a runner on third. The infield in is definitely in for the Mets. (4-2) on Sadecki's card. Possible error. 3-2 on Jim Ray Hart card is a single past the third baseman. Is an S5, and that is a 6. The third baseman is Frigosi. His error rating is 11, so it's going to be a single and an error. So we know that Dave Kingman definitely scores. And then we check the error chart. And what that really is an infield single with a bad throw. So that's what that is. So Jim Ray Hart will get to second on the play, and the Giants lead it now 2-1. And that is an error on Frigosi as he commits so that is a single for Hart and an error and an E5. First error on the Mets. And a runner on second. Next batter will be Gary Maddox. One out. Runner on second base. And I hate to do this, but that's going to be it for Ray Sadecki. Because he's going to come out. And we're going to go to the pen. Let's see what we want to bring in here. And coming on to pitch for the Mets will be Danny Frisella. He'll come and pitch. Frisella will pitch. He's got a 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Danny Frisella becomes the new Mets pitcher. 2-1 Giants. Maddox at the plate. 1 out. Infield is normal. 3-3. Against a righty is a blank. 3-1 on Maddox card is a single into center field. Another base hit. Jim Ray Hart's base running rating is a 2. To get from second to home is it would be a +2. So his base running rating becomes a 4. The hitter center fielder Agee has no arm, so it's a 1-4. So 1-4. Jim Ray Hart will score. It is a 5, which means he does not score, which means he goes to third and he will hold. And still 1 out. 3 straight singles, and the batter will be Fran Healy. Still 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Ali Downtown Brown has a chance to be the first DH to bat, but Louis Tion had a rough first inning, and Ron Bloomberg got to the plate first. That's right. Thank you for the story. I didn't know that. Did not know that, my friend. Runs to the corners, 1 out. Double play rating for Fran Healy is a 1. Doesn't ground out to many double plays. They're going to play the infield in. 1-1 on Frisella's card as a blank. 5-5 on 5-5 on Healy's card, and that is a fly ball to right field. No sacrifice fly rating, so 2 outs. And now we see if he scores. Jim Ray Hart's base run rating is a 2. It's hit to right. Staub's arm rating is a 0. So 1-2, Hart will score. It is a 6. It is a 6-1. It is a 6-1, so the lead runner advances, ball caught off, and the trailing runner is thrown out. It's thrown out. So Jim Ray Hart scores, but Maddox is thrown out at second trying to advance, and that'll end the inning. But it is now 3-1 Giants. So 2 runs come in for the Giants, 3 hits, and a walk. Bottom of the 7th. And we'll see what the Giants want to do. Sam McDowell was due to bat next. Bottom of 7th inning. McDowell, where's he at for pitching? He can face a couple of batters before he gets tired. They'll leave him in there. So 3-1 Giants. And the pitcher was due up, Danny Frisella. He's going to come out. And the Mets will bring in a pinch hitter. Let's see who they want. And it will be Duffy Dyer. He will come in and pinch hit. The Mets will need a pitcher here in the bottom of 7th inning. Sam McDowell. 3-6. Possible home run check against the right-handed batter. A 1-17, a 10. Yes, so Dyer gets a chance to roll on a home run. So against the lefty, he needs a 13 or lower. Dyer got it. Dyer, pinch hit home run. And it's now 3-2. As Duffy Dyer smacks one somewhere over the left field fence, I would say. Nice job by Duffy Dyer, pinch hit homer. Top of the batting order, here's Willie Mays. Mays is 0 for 3. 3-3 on McDowell's card as a blank. 4-1 on Mays' card. Starline, 4, ground out to short. McDowell is now tired. And so Willie Mays in his return here to New York, 0 for 4. Here is Bud Harrelson, 1 out. Harrelson has been on base all 3 times, and he's 0 for 0. Doesn't have a single official at bat. 2-1, and that's going to be a single past the pitcher automatic because he is tired. That's a single past the pitcher. It's a base hit for Harrelson. And Harrelson has reached base all 4 times. And because it's a single with fatigue, McDowell automatically has to come out. So he is out of there. The next batter for the Mets is Tommy Agee. We'll see a new pitcher for the Giants. Let's see who they want. Well, let's see. Who do we want to bring in for the Giants? We're going to bring in Don Mcmahon. He'll pitch for San Francisco. He has 6 batters he can face. Runner on first base is Harrelson. Tommy Agee, the batter. See if he does anything with that attempt. +1, so a 320. No pickoff attempt. Don McMahon doesn't have any pickoffs. So now it's a normal hit. 2-1 on his card is a strikeout +10 against that. And his right-handed batter, that's a 9. And here's the thing. So it's a strikeout +10. So again, Agee against the righty is a 10 +10 is a 20 +4, 24, 19. He barely gets Agee to strike out. And that's 2 outs. Now the batter is Bud Harrelson. Try again with that. 12-0. McMahon. That's a 6-3. And against a left-handed batter, it's a walk possibility, 14. And against the righty, it's a 10. +1 is 11, but a 14, no walk. Staub swings. And that is a 4-6, and it pops out to second base. Mets get a run on 2 hits. At the end of 7, the Giants lead 3-2. Top of the 8th. Mets need a pitcher. And we're going to see a pinch hitter in for Don McMahon, as a matter of fact, because he was the next batter to do. So McMahon's going to leave, because he is going to be done. Mets will bring out the pitcher first. Let's see who we want to use. Mets will bring out Chuck Taylor to pitch. Now the Giants will bring out probably a lefty to bat. And they'll bring out Dave Rader. Rader will pinch hit against Chuck Taylor. Top of the 8th inning, 3-2 Giants. Here's the pitch. 6-2 from Chuck Taylor. That is a possible home run check against the lefty, only a 1-2. 15 not there, so it's blank. 1-4 on Raiders card, ground out to short. 1 out. Raider out of there. Now the batter is Chris Speyer. Six on Chuck Taylor's card is a blank. He's not tired. 2-6 on Speyer's card. Single past second base. Base hit. That's his first hit of the game. Next batter is Tito Fuentes. Fuentes is 0 for 3. Speyer has an attempt of 1, so 1 is a 0. There's not even well, there could be a bunt though. A 15. His bunt rating, Tito Fuentes' bunt rating is a 5. It's said to be a 16 or higher, so it's not. So no bunt. So Fuentes will be normal. Chuck Taylor 3-2, and that is it could be over, and that against a switch hitter, so it's a lefty. 1-20. Oh boy, that's a single past the pitcher automatically. A 7 on the die against the left-handed batter. That's a 1-20. That's an automatic single. Single past the pitcher. So we know Fuentes gets a base hit. And an S1 for Speyer. To get first to third, he needs a 4. His base running rating is a 2. He will not go. So runners at first and second. 1 out here. And the batter now is Bobby Bonds. Chuck Taylor in a little bit of trouble. 3-1 against the righty is a blank. 2-4 on Bonds' card against the right-hander is a ground ball to short. Now they turn 2. Double play rating for Bonds is a 3. Chuck Taylor's +1 is a 4. It's a ground ball to short, so we know the second baseman is the pivot man. And his is a 0. We know the infield is playing halfway, so it's a 5. So 1 to 5, they turn 2. They do. Bases. They get it. 6-4-3 double play. They get out the jam. No runs, 2 hits. Go to the bottom of the 8th inning here. 3-2 Giants. Giants need a pitcher. Leadoff batter for the Mets is Cleon Jones. Well, let's see who the Giants want to bring out. They're going to bring out Jim Barr. He started and relieved, so he'll be out he'll pitch in this game. Jim Barr will pitch San Francisco against Cleon Jones here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3-2. See what we got. 3-5 on Barr's card, a possible error on a throw. 1-4, Jones's card, ground ball to Barr. His error rating is a 9. A 13 is too high, so Barr will have it, and he'll throw to first for out number 1. Next batter is Jim Frigosi. 4-6 on Barr's card is a possible strikeout. 17 is going to be too high in this case. Frigosi does get a chance to swing. 4-5, that's a ground out to short. And the next batter is Ted Martinez. 1-1 blank. Martinez, and that's a, I'll re-roll it. 1-4, pop out to short. A 1-2-3 inning for Jim Barr. And at the end of 8, it is still 3-2 Giants. We go to the top of the 9th here and some inside pitch action. Like I said, I'm really falling in love with the game. Dave King Kong Kingman leads off for San Fran. Top of the 9th inning. Chuck Taylor will try to finish it off here to try to get the Mets a chance at the bottom of the 9th inning. 1-3, possible error on a grounder. 4-5, that is a pop out to short, so there's no error there. And that is out number 1. That's the one thing I love about inside pitch. Every card is different. Ken Henderson, the batter. He's had a good night tonight. He's 2 for 2, and he walked. Taylor's pitch, 6-6, a single 1 if he's tired, which he is not. So that's a blank. 4-2 on Henderson's card. Pop out to short. Pop out to second, I'm sorry. And now the batter will be Jim Ray Hart. Hart's had a good night too, 2 for 3. 2-6 on Taylor's card as a blank. 4-5 on Jim Ray Hart's card as a ground ball to third. And he will be thrown out at first. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Giants. Will we see some 9th inning magic inside pitch style? These names are a bit familiar to me, not because I always knew that I've been practicing for Fall Classic Baseball. The creator of the game, Greg, sent me a couple of practice games, one of which is 1971 Giants, so I've been running some practice games of Fall Classic with Speyer, Mcmahon, Fuentes, Healy. Yeah, Jim Ray, sure. Fall Classic Baseball, ID Jester, he actually kept some of his Fall Classic Baseball stuff. He kept it. He kept his Fall Classic material. He says he loved the game. I looked at it, took a good look at it. I just thought it was too much chart driven, so I did not go that way. If you notice, both my games, Payoff Pitch and Inside Pitch, do not use many charts. ID Jester is still the man. I know he's not doing baseball anymore, but he's still the man. And that's why, and he was the one that turned me on to inside pitch. Actually, he was the one that turned me on to payoff pitch. And Dave from Baseball Demos turned me on to inside pitch. Bottom of the ninth inning, 3-2 Giants. Jim Barr is going to stay out there and see if he can get the save. Leading off for the Mets, for the 1972 Mets, will be Grody. Grody is 0 for 2. Let's see if the Mets can get some ninth inning magic, a little inside pitch style. 1-1 blank. 4-1. Grody's card against the right-hander. That is a fly out to center. One man down. Now we'll see a pinch hitter for the pitcher. So I'm pretty sure we'll see a lefty. And it's going to be Wayne Garrett. He'll come up against Jim Barr. Barr is actually listed as tired now. Barr's going to come out. They'll take him out. Do a change for the Giants as well. Got to play chess against myself. And coming on to pitch now for the Giants. He's a lefty, so let's see what I want to do here. Give me a moment as I choose the players I want. It will be Ron Bryant. He'll come out and pitch a lefty versus lefty. There's already one out here, bottom of the ninth inning, 3-2. Ron Bryant against Wayne Garrett. Here's the pitch. 3-4, blank. Wayne Garrett, 5-1. That is a possible hit to right. The die roll is a 15 against the lefty. Not good enough. That's just a fly to right. 2 outs. And I'll show you the reason why. As you can see, here it is. A 5-1 is a hit, possible question mark to right. So you go to this march here. Against the left-handed pitcher, Wayne Garrett, it would be a lefty. It would be a single would have been a 1, a 2 to 4 would be a double, but a 15 on the die. Unfortunately, that is a fly out to right field. So 2 outs. I heard my name and my ears were itching, so I had to come and see what was going on. How did you know, General? Salutes you, sir. So the last chance for the Mets in this Willie Mays game is, well, Willie Mays. He's 0 for 4 in this game. Struck out twice, grounded out, and flew out. So bottom of the ninth inning, 3-2. Willie Mays is at bat. Payoff Pitch 1986 is waiting on shipping. So am I. As soon as I saw it was available, I ordered. I have all the Payoff Pitch seasons. I'm working on the inside pitch seasons now. And that's it. I'm not going to do any more other games. So Willie Mays is going to get a crack here to see if he can tie this game up. Let's see here. Pitch from Bryant. 5-4. And that is a walk possibility. That is a walk possibility against the lefty. His walk is a 21. And, yep, that's going to be a walk. That is going to be a walk, a 21 against the lefty, and a 17 with the +1. That is a walk. Willie Mays gets the base. Willie Mays finally gets on base. The tying run is on. And a chance now for Bud Harrelson. Cards locating fielding matters. Yes, fielding really does matter in inside pitch. Turns hits into outs and outs into hits. Willie Mays on it first. 2 outs. Bud Harrelson now at the plate. He hit only 1 home run in 1972. Harrelson's had a good night. He's been on base all 4 times. 2 walks, a single, and an error. Let's see what we can do. 6-4 on Bryant's card is a strikeout possibility. Against the lefty, a 6 plus 4 is a 10. A 9 on the dice, and Bud Harrelson goes down. And that's the ball game. The Mets originally won this game 5-4. There was 13 hits in that game. In this game, the Giants win 3-2. And I'll give you guys a final line score here in a second. But the Yankees are hitting the ball. Let's see. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. 1, 2, 4. There were 2 errors and 1 error. For the San Francisco Giants, 3 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. For the New York Mets, 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. Mcdowell gets the win, Sadecki the loss, and Ron Bryant's going to pick up the save. In the original game, the Mets won that game 5-4. There were 13 hits in that game, and in this game we had 12 hits. But there were no errors in the original game. We had 3 of them. So that does it here. That does it here for here at Shea Stadium. Our next inside pitch game will be April 6, 1973. The New York Yankees against the Boston Red Sox. So somebody let Salvador America know his Red Sox will be the next inside pitch game. So he knows. And that's the first designated hitter game in baseball history, thanks to Steeler Fan 1933. So that will be the next game I'll play for inside pitch. Should be a good game there. And meanwhile, don't forget, tomorrow, Game 1 of the 1994 World Series between the Chicago White Sox and the Montreal Expos, as we now begin to finish off 1994. For those of you who haven't voted yet, for my next season, please do so in the video of my Payoff Pitch Selection Show. Please place your vote there if you've not done so. The votes go on until the end of the World Series, so I will, as soon as the last out of the World Series is done, that voting will close, and then I will decide, and then we will see who you guys voted for my next Payoff Pitch season. And History Maker Golf, we got that this week too. Friday will be qualifying. Probably do that probably in the afternoon. Anyway, thank you for joining me for some inside pitch action. Steeler Fan 1933, Captain Carl, Astros Reefer, ID Jester, Brandon Baker, Alex M, Captain Carl 8. Let's see if I got everybody here. John West. Thank you all for joining me for a little inside pitch action. Please hit the like on your way out through the turnstiles. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you again next time for some more baseball. Remember tomorrow, Game 1, 1994 World Series. Looking forward to getting to that going now. You're welcome there, Captain. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. Have a good night, everybody. See you later.